Welcome back. If you've just joined us, you're watching the news at 10 on Channels Television, coming to you live from Lagos and Abuja. A reminder of our main stories. Katsina visited with frightening terror attacks. Over 60 villagers in Faskari community killed. Military on high alert to intensify aerial and land attacks on Boko Haram hideouts in the northeast. House of Representatives vows to deal with anyone behind the alleged diversion of funds meant for troops in the northeast. And tension mounts around Ukraine. Over 8,000 Russian troops begin open military exercise. But just to remind you that all our top stories are on our website, ChannelsTV.com, and on YouTube.com/channelsweb. To get us on the move, please visit m.channelstv.com to view us live on your mobile device. You can also download the Channels TV app for Android, iOS, and Windows phones from their respective stores. Of course, you can also interact with the Channels Eyewitness feature on our Android and Windows 8 platforms. So if you have pictures or videos to share with us, tap on the application on your device, swipe to reveal the Eyewitness menu, and follow the instructions to share your reports, pictures, and videos. Well, over now to our Abuja studios. Here's Linda Akigbe. Hey, Linda.
Thank you, Joma, and welcome to the nation's capital. The Chevening Alumni Association of Nigeria has celebrated 30 years of a UK scholarship's existence in the country. At an event in Lagos, members of the alumni agreed that their education funded by the UK government through the Foreign and Commonwealth Office has had a great impact on their various careers and Nigeria's overall development. The Deputy British High Commissioner, Mr. Peter Carter, described as baseless the belief in some quarters that the program encourages brain drain. Our correspondent Henry Ogunjimi reports.
Since 1934, when the British Council was founded, it has sought to spread and strengthen the appreciation of British culture and civilization through its language, the arts, and education. One way it's been able to achieve this is through the Chevening UK government scholarships. Established in 1983, the Chevening program makes awards to outstanding scholars with leadership potential from over 118 countries worldwide to study postgraduate courses at universities across the United Kingdom. Professionals in their various fields of calling, these Chevening alumni gather on the British residence in Ikoyi to celebrate a score and a half years of the scholarship existence in Nigeria. And they have all come with different testimonies. The guest speaker at the event, a Chevening scholar himself from the set of 1990, Chairman CEO of Channels Television, Mr. John Momo, attributes part of his success story as a broadcaster to the program.
I believe that the virtue of the training I received from the Thompson Foundation as a Chevening scholar will result in the creation of a lasting television broadcasting tradition that will assail all boundaries of limitation in our quest to inform and educate tens of millions of Nigerians on how they are governed. Why have I told this story? Because at the very foundation of Channels Television lie the British Council, DFID, and Chevening. Thank you very much.
Head of Human Resources at MTN, Mrs. Amina Oyagbola, a consultant ophthalmologist at the University College Ibadan, Dr. Olufumilola Ogun, and a petroleum consultant and General Secretary of the Alumni Association, Dr. Chijoke Nwozuzu, all shared their experiences.
On returning, I was appointed technical advisor to the Chairman National Refineries Special Task Force, or Dr. Khalid Kakalo, and we worked for 9 months. Then after that, I was appointed director at the African Business School, and I attribute all these minor and major achievements to that program.
My career just took a dramatic turn coming back with that qualification. All the things that I had learned, the confidence that it had given me, the opportunity of the network itself, and the support throughout the course of that year. I must say that I'm sure that the Chevening Scholarship is probably one of those scholarship awards that you get that actually takes care of you completely.
I had the opportunity to work with significantly established minds in the science world. I was able to work in the Institute of Ophthalmology, where I did some research in genetics that resulted in peer-reviewed publications in scientific journals and in a book chapter.
The roast, British Deputy High Commissioner Mr. Peter Carter then sets the record straight on why the program isn't a brain drain channel.
There is nothing remotely about it that is a brain drain. It's all about brain gain, because we insist, as a condition of being awarded a Chevening Scholarship, that the recipient return to their home country afterwards to bring those skills back with them for the benefit of that country.
Currently, there are over 1,000 Chevening alumni in Nigeria and over 42,000 of them across the globe, who together comprise an influential and highly regarded network. Henry Ogunjimi, Channels Television News.
Arco Marine and Oil Services Limited, a member of the Arco Group, has achieved another milestone in offshore marine transportation with the launch of additional 2 vessels to its fleet. The new vessels, MV Arco FCB4 and MV Arco FCB5, bring to 5 the number of vessels deployed by the company for personal transport in the oil and gas sector. Equipped with modern facilities, vessels are totally Nigerian-owned, financed and managed, and Arco's management says this feat is in line with the federal government's local content policy.
When determination meets purpose, what you get are results that fit the billing international standard. MV Arco FCB4 and MV Arco FCB5 are a clear testimony to that. These vessels are the latest in the fleet of Arco Marine and Oil Field Services Limited. The Arco Group is proud of this critical milestone, so it has called out guests and friends to witness the deployment, this time a 70-seater fast crew boat in the offshore oil and gas operations.
Engineer Paul, this is one clear evidence of what the Nigerian content is doing for our nation. It demonstrates very clearly that organizations like Arco, petrochemical, companies to be encouraged as vehicles for realizing the dreams and objectives of the Nigerian content.
I commissioned the 2 vessels in the name of the Father, and of the Son, and of the Holy Spirit.
Of the Executive Secretary, local content.
Equipped with 4-man diesel engine, 2 generators, comfortable seats, in-cruise entertainment, a sick bay, safety apparatus and more, this vessel can deliver on a 33 knots-mile speed when light and 30 knots when loaded.
We're doing events like this, not necessarily to sing our praises, but to let the world, to let Nigerians know that if a small company like ours can do this, others can do it as well. And it's also for us to believe in what we're doing when we're talking about local content. And sometimes people say we're not ready. We are ready. The right level of support is just required. And with companies like ours demonstrating this, I think it's an encouragement for more Nigerians to think in that way.
So we don't say things we cannot do. This is what this is proving. When we announced a year and a half ago that, look, we're coming out with these vessels, maybe people didn't believe because of the way things are in the country sometimes. But now we are seeing it real and live.
For the Group MD, this feat is a demonstration that with the right policies, strong partnership and consistency, wealth and employment can be created. Olu Phillips, Channels Television News.
Nigeria must adopt a national standard vocational qualification that places emphasis on skills and competences not just papers and certificates, to fully engage its labor force. Key players in vocational and technical education and training in Nigeria say it is high time Nigerians stopped the disregard for labor with technical know-how, which is the foundation for any nation's development and growth. This next report takes a look at the status of technical and science-based education in Nigeria, level of government intervention, and the implication of the lapses in this area.
Technical education in 2012, Nigeria had 437 technical and vocational education institutions and 85 polytechnics. Many of these institutions have over the years suffered from lack of funding, notwithstanding the fact that this number falls far below what is required to make an impact in a country with over 160 million citizens, many of them young and unemployed.
Every youth in Nigeria needs a skill. Not just the certificate or the paper that they call, but when you have the skills, you can do so many things with it once you have the skills. But although the facility here is not enough, really.
It is said that no nation can compete effectively in the emerging global marketplace with poorly educated and unskilled workforce. In Nigeria, apprenticeships have long played second fiddle to university education, and so the proposal of a national vocational qualification framework in 2012, a system set to develop, classify and recognize skills, knowledge and competencies acquired by individuals, notwithstanding where.
Take, for example, most of the workers of the construction industry are workers that they have never gone to school. They don't even know how to read or write. Take the masons, take the carpenters, take the plasterers, take the etc., all of them. Even the foreman, if you go to that construction, you find out that he never goes to school, but he does his work satisfactorily.
Besides vocational qualification, grossly inadequate in Nigeria is vocational training itself. The Industrial Training Fund, the organization with the mandate to develop the nation's human resources, has only 5 skills training centers across Nigeria, one of which has produced less than 10,000 skilled workers since 2005 and another less than 3,000.
Because of the inadequacies of the Industrial Training Fund, we have gone into partnership with the organized private sector through NECA, Nigerian Employers Consultative Association. With them, we have agreed to use the training facilities in companies that have training facilities.
Some of the solutions proffered to build and sustain Nigeria's vocational education system is to add vocational training to secondary schools' curriculum and establish at least one fully equipped technical school in every state over the next few years.
Every senior secondary school child should take a trade with entrepreneurship. Now, we have basic technology to be taught as a mandatory requirement to all primary school children and to all children in the junior secondary school.
But technical education is no longer just about vocational hands-on training. Now, Nigeria has also moved on to high technology training such as mechatronics, a combination of mechanical and electrical engineering and computer hardware. But more of this is needed.
What we've tried to do is to try to raise the standard to global competitiveness. So to that extent, I could say the content specifications or the content standards are globally competitive.
These experts say that you must not be educated to earn a decent living, and certificates alone must not be used to judge one's competence and skill. These must begin to hold true in Nigeria with such ventures as the National Vocational Qualification Framework, a revised National Occupational Standards, and of course, establishment of more technical institutions. Omelogo Nadi, Channels Television News.
Now, to throw more light on this, I've now been joined on the news at 10 by the Head of Information and Public Relations, National Directorate of Employment, Mr. Edmond Onwuliri. You're welcome to the news at 10.
Thank you, Linda.
Now let's begin from this quote. Certificates alone must not judge competence. From what we can see, the world is focusing on skilled acquisition as a way of developing a nation's technical ability. Can Nigeria pursue this along with the world, looking at the state of the country's institutions?
Absolutely. Nigeria can do that. It might not look too good right now, going by what we see in our various schools and tertiary institutions, but we can turn things around, and indeed we have started making progress in this regard, because I would like to tell you that at the National Directorate of Employment we have a program that is up and running that is addressing this issue squarely. As we speak, the NDE over the last 5 or 6 years has been able to put on ground 42 skills acquisition centers countrywide, and 32 others are at various stages of completion. And this project is designed to deliver qualitative skills training to all classes of Nigerians, school leavers, even graduates.
When you say 32 skill acquisition centers, what kind of skills will Nigerian youths be learning from those institutions? What specifically?
We have skills or trades in various disciplines. We have vocational trades, we have agricultural skills, we have entrepreneurial skills. Now you'll agree with me that in the 21st century, what we need are modern skills, not traditional skills of the last century. And if Nigeria must indeed make the required quantum leap and join other nations, or bridging the technological gap, this is the way to go. Now, so we are shifting emphasis from those traditional skills to modern skills. I give you an example. You and I are comfortable or conversant with skills like auto mechanic, but now the cars we drive are millennium cars. We have changed from training auto mechanics to exposing them to autotronics. That is the current technology. Now, I also want to say that if we will also catch up with other nations, we need to begin to think about replacing oil with something that will last longer. The experts have told us that oil will soon either dry up or will no longer be able to produce oil like we're doing now. So this is the time to begin to think about alternatives. And if we're able to build competencies, give young people, give unemployed persons the right skills, we are on the right path towards joining other nations.
Thank you very, very much, Mr. Onwuliri, for joining us at the news at 10.
Thank you very much.
And that's all from Abuja. Back to you, Ijoma.
Well, thanks a lot, Linda, all the way from Abuja. Now, when the news at 10 returns, the federal government shares 641 billion naira among the 3 tiers of government. That'll be on Business News. So join us again, please.
Ask yourself, what does everyone want in life? 1, quality. You should never compromise on quality. I never do. 2, speed. You think fast, so you want your data connection to be even faster. And of course, everyone wants to be appreciated. Like free roaming. Now you can receive all your calls for free every time you travel. And enjoy free calls on your birthday to call anyone you want. It's our way of saying we appreciate you because you deserve it.
Introducing Etisalat Gem. Join the Etisalat network today and enjoy amazing rewards.
Etisalat, now you're talking.
Meet the Trophy in Lagos from the 13th to the 16th of March. Text Trophy Tour, your name, age and state to 20388 to win a ticket.
A good start is everything. Presenting Nigeria's first milk for pregnant and breastfeeding moms. New Friso Mom has essential nutrients, specially formulated for you and your baby. Make a strong start to an incredible journey. New Friso Mom, growing up together.
Finding your dream home is easy. You just need to know where to look. Simply go to www.privateproperty.com.ng. Click on your preferred location and search through thousands of detailed listings. It's that easy. So if you are looking for a property to rent, buy, or sell, look no further than www.privateproperty.com.ng. www.privateproperty.com.ng, Nigeria's busiest property website.
Cadbury Bonvita, full of essential vitamins, minerals and nutrients. Bonvita, the only food beverage endorsed by the Nutrition Society of Nigeria.
Cadbury Bonvita. Non-stop vitality.
Can I tell you something? Would you believe me? This whole house is running without electric supply or generator. You know how? Through luminous inverters and batteries. With its innovative technology, Luminous provides continuous and reliable power backup for my entire house. And so, I don't have to keep my generator switched on all the time.
Cost effective.
So, when are you buying your Luminous inverter? Luminous inverters and batteries bring home power.
Cubes are here.
And the flavor is 3 times meatier.
3 times?
Yes.
Fun. I can't wait to start cooking.
Joyce, what special flavor do you put in your stew? And how come you're always having so many customers?
It's the new Knorr Cubes, so.
No?
The new Knorr Cubes flavor is now 3 times meatier. Taste some.
I think I'll have some more.
Taste the Knorr difference, now with 3 times meatier flavor.
First Bank, truly the first.
All right, we move on to business news now. Here's Adeshewa Josh. Adeshewa.
Well, thank you very much. In business news tonight, women's involvement in global affairs is key to economic development. And this summarizes the message by keynote speakers at the 10th annual lecture of Women in Management and Business and Public Offices, WIMBIS, held in Lagos today. Now, one of the speakers at the forum, the Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Ms. Aroma Ute, highlighted some areas of business opportunities for the women. Our correspondent, Temple Ashaju, reports.
It's usually an almost all-female affair at the annual lectures of Women in Management, Business and Public Service, WIMBIS. This edition brought both young and old female professionals together to learn the art of running business amidst challenges. The lecture is entitled Repositioning for Global Relevance, Opportunities and Realities. And the keynote speaker, the Director General of the Securities and Exchange Commission, Ms. Aroma Ote, shares her thoughts on this.
People are recognizing that we have rising incomes. It's not as broad-based as we would like it, but I also know that the answer is also involving women. But if you involve women, it will be a little bit more broad-based.
Listening to her revelations with delight, she explains the possibility of overcoming trials through her example.
I mean, we had a market where things had been done wrong, where people had lost their homes because people misrepresented to them, got them to invest and stole their money. And I did not believe that I was brought in so I could just let things go on as usual. And I knew from the time I started, and by the way, when you take on rich people who are powerful, they can crush you. That I knew. I don't even know if I can say I've survived because I've suffered, my institution has suffered as a result of this. Will I do it over again if it happens? Yes, I will do it.
We're already thinking in our minds, what can we do different? How can women get finances for their business? And one of the things that women had said we could do is to talk to her and to talk to the MD of Standard Chartered. So we're already thinking of ways in which to solve that problem. And we're hoping that at least by the next time we meet again, we'll be able to give results.
The crux of the message that has been passed across at this forum is that in locating